Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday to all of you. I've had a great morning. I hope you guys are having a great morning as well. A lot going on. A lot of amazing things are happening, and I hope a lot of amazing things are happening. And for all of you, I'm fussing with my hair today. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, executive producer and host of This Is It Network. We connect remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that through our growing community, our engaged content, and our real connections. I cannot wait to be able to share all of the 2021 excitement with all of you. We're gearing up to some amazing things, and so I'm hoping that you guys will be along the ride for all of us. I always like to check and make sure that you guys can hear me. So I'm going to do that right now. Yes, you can. Hopefully you can hear me. If you stop by, please say hello. There's nothing more powerful than being seen and being heard. Good morning, Tara. And I would love to see and hear from you. We are doing our best to be able to make sure that things are moving forward. And I want you to kind of take a look at what you and how you define your success. I know that some of us have a lot of goals that we're making for 2021, a lot of things in which we're doing and a lot of plans that we're putting into place. And I want you really to think about, what do you consider success to be? Because for all of us, it's different. For all of us, it's interchangeable and it changes. And so for some of us, it's monetary. Some of us want to make more money today than we made yesterday. Some of us want to have a larger community. Some of us want to launch a product or service. Some of us want to gain some media attention. Some of us want to just simply be able to pay our bills. What defines success to you? What does success look like for you? How do you measure success? At the end of the day, at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year, 2022, when you look at what it is that you've got going on, when you look at it, what it is that you've got going on, is it a space that you're like, you know what, I'm successful because I made X amount of dollars. I'm successful because I saw my children. Those of you that have older children, I saw them every month. Good morning, Barbara. Or I saw them via Zoom. What is the measurement of success for you? Because I think that so often we don't focus on the measurement of success. We don't focus on what really we consider to be successful. So without that benchmark, we are just flaring in this space. We are just kind of winging it from place to place. And I really want us to sit down and determine what that looks like. Is success when you hit a specific monetary benchmark? Is success when your community has grown to a certain level? Is success when you've been finally placed on the Forbes 30 under 30, 40 under 40, 50 under 50 list? What does that look like to you? What is a successful day to you? What does having a successful week look like to you? A successful quarter look like to you? A successful year look like to you? Because if we're not able to determine what that looks like, good morning, Marjorie. If we're not able to determine what that looks like, what that feels like, then we can't measure it. We can't even attain it, because we have no idea what that feels like. I want to be successful is a blanket statement that the majority of us make without knowing exactly what that means. I want to be able to be happy. I want to be able to have food, Barbara. I see you, clothing, shelter. These are tangible things. And a lot of us, if that's the case, a lot of us are already successful. But what keeps us up at night as it relates to where we want to go and what that feels like, I want us to be honest about what that means. I want to make X amount of dollars in the bank, and I have it on a Post-it. I want to have it in the bank, not make it throughout the year. I want to have it in my savings account. I see the number when I wake up. I see it before I go to bed, because that is going to allow for me to be comfortable, for my daughter to have dance, for my son to play soccer, for all of these little things to happen, for me to be able to give what I want to give to those in my life that need things from me. It's a specific definition of success. It is not something that is ambiguous or that I can't wrap my mind around and that I can't feel. And though, yes, being successful may be having joy, a lot of us have that and we still want more success. So I want us to challenge ourselves to define what that means, what that looks like, what that feels like. Write it down and be specific. There's nothing wrong and there's nothing too bold with saying, I want this from my life. There's nothing wrong with saying this is the actual tangible thing that I want out of my life. I want to be able to get that promotion. I want to be able to start that thing. I want to be able to get my LLC. I want to be able to become a 501c3. I know what my definition of success is. Because if you don't know what the definition of success is for you, then you can't walk towards it. You can't, with conviction and determination, actually even see it or visualize it. And that is necessary in this. But also keep in mind that it isn't the same as someone else's definition. This is an independent definition, your unique equation. It belongs to you, your definition of success. Hello Denise, what is your definition of success? What does that look like for you? How specific can you be? Is it moving from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom? Is it buying land, owning property, leaving a legacy? What is your definition of success? And how does that feel for you? What does that look like for you? I want to make sure that you have a clear understanding as to what that is, because we cannot achieve it if we do not see it. If we cannot write it down, if it can't live on a Post-it like mine, then it's a hard time getting close to it. If there is no goal and we are just roaming this world and roaming the streets, trying to wrap our minds around what being successful looks like and feel like, but not necessarily having a definition for it, we'll constantly be searching for it. And keep in mind, that definition of success can change. As I reach benchmarks, as I am able to gain rewards and accolades, as my definition of success begins to grow, as I begin to grow, that is beautiful and fine. But there needed to be the initial benchmark. There needed to be the initial goal and objective. You needed to be able to identify it, say it out loud, write it down, hold on to it, sleep with it underneath your pillow. You need to be able to have it, because if you do not have that definition, if you do not define success for yourself, no one else can define it for you. No one else can give it to you. You have to look at what it is that you have, and yes, have a sense of appreciation for the things that just allow us to be and the space that we are grateful for. And that's definitely part of the practice in which I participate in each and every day. I am grateful for what it is that I have, but I must define my success. I must say, I will be successful. I will feel successful. I will look at myself as a leader in my industry, an expert in what it is that I do, when I have done fill in the blank. And this is not to limit you. This is to actually provide you with the carrot that you need in order to get to where it is that you want to go. Because without it, you are roaming these streets. You are looking for something that is not defined. We don't even know, I'll know it when I see it. No, you'll never feel it. You will be constantly searching. I was that person. I am that person. I dream big. Always, always, even since I was younger, dream big. There's no limitation on my imagination and what I think I can accomplish. But the problem is that the ambiguous nature of my dreams left my pursuit ambiguous. It left what I was doing all over the place, disjointed, without focus, and therefore without accomplishment. It constantly had me in a space where I was building and developing and searching and searching and searching and never achieving and feeling dissatisfied, even when I was in fact an accomplished professional. I don't want that for you. I want you to have these benchmarks and the definition of success so you can continue to define it as you grow. So you can add definitions to it. So the book, the glossary, the Webster's dictionary of your own life is filled with all of the successes that you were able to achieve. And the next page is a deeper success, a larger success, but it's defined. It is written out. It lives somewhere like mine lives in a Post-it. I can refer it and reference it as often as I need to, especially on those darker days, especially when I'm spending a little bit too much time in the valley. I look at that definition of success as a goal, as that carrot in which I need to follow in order to get closer to where it is I want to be. But if you do not define it, my friends, if you are looking at it as something that is like, oh, if I kind of sort of maybe, I don't know, I really want to just be successful. My friend. It's like getting on a plane and not knowing where you are going. And you're going to be traveling without necessarily having a destination. And that, for me, doesn't work. That for me, I cannot measure. That for me, I cannot manage. But when I define my success as having screamers, literally my definition of success, good morning, Maria, my definition of success is having screamers, these are ambassadors for the This Is It network in 50 states. In every state, there is somebody that shares our content, that shares our community, that shares our connections. That's what I need. That is tangible. That is literal. That is at the end of each quarter. Now I have 12. Now I have 20. Now I have 40. Now I have 50. I am successful, and then I define it again. We must be able to define our success in order to achieve it, in order to get closer to it, in order for it to, in fact, be real. It's a real thing. Your success and your ability to attain it is real, but you must define it. You must find the words, write it down, hold it close, and respect it the way you want it to serve you. Because those 50 screamers and being a global entity and making the number that is on that post-it will treat me well, will allow for me to prosper, will allow for me to make an impact. So I'm going to focus on it as if it will do all of those things. If you are casual, you will receive casual results. And our future, our legacy, our wealth, our abundance is not a casual thing. So your success and your definition of it cannot be casual either. So today I challenge you, write it on a Post-it, put it on a notebook, hide it in your wallet, do whatever you got to do, but you've got to define your success. You've got to dive on into it and determine what it is that you want based on who it is you are and why you deserve it. You owe it to yourself in order to do that, right, Maria? You owe it to yourself. But you cannot roam these streets in this ambiguous nature. I just want to be successful. I just want to be wealthy. I just want all these things without being, okay, what does that measure look like? What is the definition of that? And be bold and brave enough to part your lips and write it down. And write it down over and over and over and over and over again. Old school, elementary penmanship. Until you get closer to it. We are defining our success these days. We are focusing on what it is that we want. We are not allowing for it to be a moving part because we just don't know what's going to happen. But I know if I don't define my success, the likelihood of finding it is slim. So we're going to define our success today, and we're going to do it in a short, controlled, simplistic way. I want 50 screamers across the country. I want to have a global impact. I want to make sure that the content that I provide allows people to be part of our community, engaging content and real connections. I know specifically what success means to me. I'm challenging you for you to determine what success means to you. If it's the same as me and there's a number on a Post-it somewhere that I keep under my pillow to keep me focused, that I look at in the morning and at night so I know that I get closer to it, or is it something that says, oh, my goodness, I want to join this organization. I want to be recognized in this way. I want to do this thing. But if it's ambiguous, it will always be ambiguous. If it is casual, you will gain casual results, and you cannot cash that. Hi, Terry. So we are going to write down our definition of success today, my friends, on this Wednesday. We are going to utilize it in order for us to find our voice. We are going to begin to tell our story with intention. We are no longer going to whisper our wishes. We are going to, in fact, scream our dreams. I'm Sheldon Bartlett, and this is it. I encourage you to log on to thisisItTV.com for more information and follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. If you think that somebody in your world needed to hear this, my friends, if you think that somebody in your world needs to live with a little bit more intention, please make sure that you share this with them. I come to you each and every day, that's Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern, in order to be able to provide and share a morning message. We're not living casually anymore. We got real dreams, real hopes, and we're going to define our success and share it with the world. Again, I'm Sheldon Bartlett, and this is it. I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. Take care.